Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. I was going to do something. Off to a late start today, but it's Friday, no appointments today, so kind of taking it easy today regardless. I was doing some doodling, I guess, making a grocery list, but don't think I'm gonna make it to the store today. So let's see. What did I come over here? Come over here for something. Oh, yes. No. My dad got some of these umbrella bags from the radiation office. It was by the front, and grabbed a few suitcases for feathers. So these are getting quite smushed in this little cup holder here, so going to put these in one of the umbrella bags. And I bet he'll be quite stoked to see them being used for such an official use. So, you know what? I'm gonna cut this just up until where it says bag is here to get the feathers in. Groundbreaking. Anywho, so I don't know if you can hear my dad sleeping out there. It's pretty dang early today, and it's only Friday, but let me get this on here. Oh, better. So let's see. I was looking into some palmetto presentations, if you will, and trying to figure out what I have around that I can use to kind of try to get that, because perhaps the sandwich baggie technique over like a big mass of brown, like perhaps dubbing, and some leggies. So palmetto bug fly pattern. It makes a great amount of sense. What is fly? Okay, anyway. Interesting. Are palmetto bugs often used in fly tying? Oh, Melanie, how you doing today? Oh, Mercedes Benz. I thank you. Oh. India, very nice. Hello from Southeast Florida, Palm Beach County. Are palmetto bugs not? Let me doodle. Because if I could just make a mess of. Alright, so. It's like a long shank hook. Like. The one thing I'm worried about with the sandwich baggie is like I'm not going to be able to lay it flat if being used for like a casing. But are roaches? I've seen roaches. I guess I'm just surprised that there isn't a palmetto bug, because I'm sure they land in the water. Yes. Perhaps. I don't know. So tinkering today anyways. I was gonna go for some more of the super silver minnows, however, I was digging through the flank feathers and I couldn't really find any that were uniform enough, and I couldn't get any to bend. We tried this last night trying to learn, found the pattern from warm water fly tires, and I can thank you for recommending. However, I just can't get the flank feathers curled or curved or domed or anything, so I might try to dig out. There has to be a curling iron around here somewhere. Some other heating element. But quite like the colors that it's comprised of. But I really want to get a fishable one so I can hand it off to Code for that lake out there. That's the goal anyways. But as for right now, let's see. I should probably just stick this kind of amalgamation. I'm thoroughly enjoying learning something new, and sometimes I rush that. Like, I plan to learn how to sew eventually. So, if you were to make a palmetto bug, or tie a palmetto bug rather, would you have it like float or sink? Do fish eat palmetto bugs? I'm sure. I guess they're not. I'm sure like some fish will just like, you know. Well, there's an arowana fish and they'll jump out of fish tanks to grab to grab a roach. Interesting. So I'm wondering if, shoot, I need a bigger magnet for this. I really want to tie my dad that big honkin' thing. However, the vise is a little too thin for it. So I was gonna use the smaller vise because it'll open wide enough to hold it, and I'll just stack some books with the added weight. But that's what those feathers are for. I'm gonna try to make a giant deceiver, but I only could find that one hook in that size. So I'm not really sure what to work on today. Just kind of been. It's so limitless. I don't know what direction to go in. If anybody has any patterns, I am more than happy to give any attempt. Hey, Hugo! No way. See, I'm more than happy to. I have Discord still. I haven't opened it in a while. I'm never sure. Hey, no way. I'm never sure what to really post on here. No. I have no clue. I don't know why I didn't get any notifications. That's crazy. Greetings. Does this look like a natural wave? That was my mom reminding me to show you this. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to show you this for a while. Oh, it's out. It's a loose page now. So this is a local Tampa magazine from the 80s. And here's my mommy. Here, let me do like this. That's my mom. Short or long feet now? I don't know what I was expecting to read when I was reading that. Bison meat. No, but I've had it. I've tried it before. Do have elk in the freezer here. Not even kidding. As well as some shrimp from the Keys that are just at Winn-Dixie. But when you see like local stuff, you just gotta grab it. All these other 80s shots. Is this for fish? It is. Wow, there's Mercedes-Benz and my food Benz. Very cool. And my how did that fall? Oh, I must have taken this stuff off. Found this book. It's missing its cover. However, little toot. The art's really nice, so I'm trying to find some square frames to frame. Oh, I really wish I could paint in this style, like watercolor. Look at the color of the smoke, but that, like the orange is just really expertly put together little illustrations. I found it in one of those free libraries. Brilliant. And have a little pocket picture of a happy little tugboat. This one's great. Got some books on this shelf now. I'm trying to make a proper little corner. I've been going slowly through things, organizing stuff to put stuff away, and get shelves and immaculately organized shelves so every single thing is accessible at all times. Because there's a few things that I actually really want to make that I don't have the tools for, but my dad's got just about every type of hand tool from flea markets, yard sales, people just like moving. Wow. So yeah, delving in here for a little inspiration. There's a few things that I really want to go for, and I was trying to think of other things to use for stacking or for the deer fur, and I was wondering if paintbrushes would do. God. If paintbrushes would do, and because some paintbrushes, especially older ones you could find at yard sales and whatnot, are natural fibers, and I think that might be because a lot of times on like even used ones, where the bristles fit into the metal kind of enclosure, it kind of nice and fresh and straight fibers. I don't know if that'll work, but I was trying to think of stuff. For some reason, can't find any deer hair. Bunch on eBay, but and it is quite chilly outside right now. Chilly to me. It says it's 60 degrees. Okay, it's now 57, so it's definitely chilly. Yeah. So really, there's this shrimp pattern, and I'm like right here, which maybe that's a sign that I've been wanting to go for. It's like a little, it's like ancient depictions of supposed UFOs, kind of like that. But I really like the crystal flash, using as kind of like a wing casing or shell back, if you will, a shell top, like Adidas. Shell back. And for the eyes, white plastic bead chain, but and they're tied on the top, like, so I'm guessing it's fished upside down. I always wondered why. So like, see how the eyes are on the top? Well, they are plastic, so I don't know if that'll cause it to turn. That shrimp is gorgeous. But like why are flies, if they're fished upside down, like photographed upside down? And lumberjack indeed! We are time flies. I'm soon to be making lures. I found a bunch of packs of it for $39, so just I'm supposed to be getting my like copper stuff soon, because I really do want to make some market stuff too, and just sell locally, because I found the tube, and my dad's friend recommended Cuda tube lures, and swears by him, and he just like gets the tube himself. And so I really want to make as many of those as possible for everyone, because it's a super one that is supposed to be like effective, like, you know, when it's described as deadly. So, alright, thread thread redemption. For the longest time I thought it was redhead redemption. Let's see. And these would probably be better on these really nice hooks. However, I only have like 10 of them, and I'm really in beginner, like, I think my hands are so freezing right now. They look like the hands of a corpse. But a lot of these shrimps, I'm not sure what to start with. I can't imagine how sick it is to have a local fly tying group where everyone's, because, you know, I want to get into knitting, or not knitting, that too, but quilting, because there's so many quilting groups, and that's just, I've tried a few times, iron and all, and I could only get a few of the corners of a square to line up, and just every other square would have more than one corner line up, but definitely never 4. I think I got 4. I don't even remember. I have all the scraps still. They're pretty neat looking. I could use for like a little pillow eventually, but just pink and red fabric, like attached in different size squares and stripes. And I did really like metalwork. However, run into a few problems with that. It's really hard to be able to work because there's only like a few hours a day where I could probably get away with hammering metal nonstop. And also, I pretty much just used scrap, but like bezel and everything was just out of reach for me, like affordability wise, and so I would end up buying like the like as cheap as possible, but then it would end up being too thin or just not even real. So if that's a shell back, it is fished that side up, because I'm not sure. Trying to think if I have any. The plastic bead chain, I have a lot of like children's jewelry. It'll be plastic beads like kind of formed or melted on a string. And I know I have a purple bracelet with butterflies, but not with me. So they're super light and bucktail shrimp. Dry fly. So calftail, I'm guessing, is softer or like thinner fibers than. Oh, I have red now. So. And another question, squirrel tail. I'm not sure sometimes if things are used for the pattern or the property, but there's these like, is on this one? At the end of the bucktail, I don't know if that's the bum hole or what, or like where the tail meets the body, but it's got nice pattern and coloration on it, reminiscent of at least what squirrel looks like kind of to me in pictures because of the, and I'm not sure if that's has different. Okay. Fox squirrel tail fibers under I can't wait to make like the like sculpins and muddlers and those things. They look so like fatty, meaty fish, and maybe there's it's kind of a nice day though. A little relaxing. It's been cold and rainy for 2 days, and that just puts me out, that's for sure. Silver salmonfly is really, and you can see exactly how these things would dart around, all natural like. So so this vise was really affordable. It was 35 bucks brand new, and mainly because half of them that just was not the best experience. The one that wasn't a best experience is the Makoska set. You've probably seen the ratchet thing. But for tiny little guys, if you have a small bobbin holder, okay, there it is. So I had the little Colorado Anglers kit, or have it. This is the first one, and I love the little thing, really, to be totally honest. But this is the Makoska or Makoska. I always forget how to pronounce. Muskoka kit, and it's pretty bad. Just very small. You can't adjust the height or anything. Gosh, it's hard. But anyway, this you can adjust the height a little bit. It is River Runs, $35 brand new, and it was just like needed one ASAP that like could, because that one this would be like resting on the desk the whole time. But I think we're gonna try to make a scrump, I guess. Metal work like dishes and decorative plates. Sometimes this thing has a mind of its own. Alright. Finally got a plain black background. So gonna probably make an semblance of that scrim. Trying so hard to run through my memory bank to like think if there is something actually specific. And a little bit here, gonna be making some lima bean and ham soup. Trying to figure out like what my dad likes to eat, so could make that and like make it in bulk, so freeze it, so if there's something that like he can't stomach, could just fall back to something pre-made and fail proof. This red just came with the kit, and something about it was hitting my eye right today because it's really vibrant. I might have to move this light around because it looks kind of bizarre. I don't know if it's coming through like that. My hands are also frozen solid. It's Florida, but I'm freezing. And I just can't move my hands like as fast as I'd like to. Alright, let me get this a little better. So, for a scrump, because we're just broadening our horizons as we're haven't been at my desk for over a month now. However, managed to stay busy. I really do like having things I could work on anywhere, and like I mean, that makes it makes a mess. I makes a mess. However, it doesn't stain. It's not paint, which I just I do want to give that jelly gouache a try. I think it's exactly what I can use, where really to just color in doodles. Vibrantly. Without having to go layer by layer by layer. And achieve a lot of different looks with it. And it's the Hemi Jelly Wash. They came out, I don't know when, came out with a big honkin' tray, every color imaginable, and little cups, and when they dry out, you just spray, ooh, hoo, hoo. The crawfish or crayfish blow me away. Especially this one, this Zeke's fly. I just really like, I'm not sure what parachute cord is yet. I keep meaning to look that up. Focus. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Because there's some really vibrant little things everywhere. The heat just like brings out the most intense colors in a lot of stuff. I don't know if that's true or not, but seems like, because it's a pretty dang tropical environment. Then you have the swampy bits. Like the dragonfly is like the bluest dragonflies. Mr. Self-Destruction, how you doing today? Yeah, this red is real nice. It's hitting my eyes like real good today. Somehow. There's Rebel Shrimp. He was a rebel shrimp. He was a rebel shrimp. Shoot. Yeah, that's so perfect though. I'm gonna go back because I I threaded threaded the body so close to the bends. Oops. And I am still looking for more step-by-step books. Oh, I wish the bookworm was still there. I'm finally at that age in life where it's like, oh, I wish this, and that were still there. Or this used to be a laundromat. Yeah, a few laundromats have been gone. I really should just look this up real quick. Hey David, how you doing today? Hayden, I tell you what, this, like, it's not a perfect, like, jar, I'm not sure. Let me just put this up here. I always hit that. But it does, like, you know, at least for, like, gluing and stuff. It's a little too, like, I'm not sure how to position it to... I thought I had it for a second, but my brain's fried here. I've been at my parents' house for the last month. This, if anybody is new here. And, yeah. But has a decent amount of length to it, and the only, like, little thing is it has a little bit of, like, when you have it all the way extended, but you could throw, like, a rubber band in there just to give it something to cush and, like, keep a little still. And nothing's magnetic excluding the tip. It's like that kind of like plasticky, cold plasticky, but like metal substance. But 35 bucks, and so that's brand new on Amazon. So I can imagine it could be found for even less on eBay. Shoot. That did a flip on the floor. I do miss my scissors though. These are not the best. So let me look up a picture of this rebel shrimp because sometimes, and again, just to super clarify, if anybody wants any of these patterns, please let me know. I'm more than happy to ship them out. Could really use some real world feedback on, like, you know, how they do, if they do, and if not, what I can do to change them up, because I just, you know, I will be here for a while, and, you know, actively learning, so that is why I am stream a lot, because I'm at this at this stool a lot, and if I'm only like gonna be like back here for a few minutes, like poking around, you know, I just do that and listen to some music. But I'm gonna be back here for a while, experimenting or trying a pattern I haven't yet, or a new style I haven't yet. I hop right on. They make it so dang easy. I really, really enjoy this setup. Like, if you guys were like physically here, I'd probably be too shy to even speak, but it's like for introverted, extroverted people, a bypass. I mean, we're social creatures, so it's really important. And y'all have taught me more than I could have possibly absorbed online, because it has been very and overwhelming. Welcomely, the overwhelming like aspect of it is more than welcome, because keeps you learning and engaging in something that doesn't just revolve around natural history or like nature and like ecosystems, but also human heritage as a whole. So, okay. I think I have. No, I don't have a plant. Let's see. Maybe a little bit of creative block today, I guess. I think I might be better off doing a little, you know, messing around myself rather than. And the cactus chenille I have is very lacking. However, I was thinking maybe I could like throw some ice dub with like in the center of each wrap of the cactus chenille that I currently have. That I lost. Okay. Because yellow. I took some of that aquatic rope and pulled individual fibers to make that. It mixed really well. Alright. I never spend too much time thinking though. That's half the fun. That's beautiful. So, personally, like if I were to make stuff for, probably, well, really want to get a lot more fluent in shrimps and any other crustaceans. So saltwater. So I'd probably really like to get efficient at crustaceans and bait fish. And however, pretty much a little bit of everything, because never know where you're gonna be and or who you're gonna send something to. So really targeting everything, and just kind of been blowing through, like doing a mix of making stuff for friends, family, and to try at the lake. Hopefully, after my dad's treatment and I get the bait casters, could start start using them myself until I do find a setup, saltwater setup for fly fishing, like proper. But so probably just about just about anything, I guess. I'm sorry for that long, drawn out, roundabout answer, but I suppose that. I really do think so, K-Spitz. No one taught me. I know my grandpa engaged in it long ago. Code's grandpa tied flies. Code is from Scotland and recently got back into fishing. Grew up saltwater fishing with my dad. However, just I guess fell out of it for the last few years of life, adult life or whatever, distractions. The state of food just got to such a state that it became like intensely important to fish, or to become at least efficient fishing on my own. Like I'm not gonna always have my dad like to be able to ask questions and how to fish for what and what to do and how to keep you know what I mean? Like just the in the moment questions. Chartreuse. That looks like just like Easter egg yellow. That's okay. Mega one. I'm wanting to some of this anyway. The chartreuse. I'm just going to put a tiny little pinch. I don't have a coffee grinder with me. And my mom uses hers for this little espresso maker that my dad's friend gave her. Just mixing some colors just to get kind of like a different color. It's so soft. I really can't get enough of this stuff. And I could also use, I don't, you know, for any leftover mixes, if you don't keep all that, like you could use for felting. And I do have a board on an embroidery hoop somewhere right over here that I have been poking in some, because then when these are like scraps of this been poking into the felt. And sometimes I throw some scrap beads on it, but when they're thick enough, I'm gonna stitch some like feathers that maybe are too whatever for like tatted or what have you. Or not tatted, that's bad. But anyway. I got some foil. Gotta get it out first. Tomorrow, I'm hoping that the weather is clear because I've been dying to get out and find some yard sales. Really trying to find feathers. That's by far my favorite way to acquire any object or material. Yard sales. Multitask. You get to meet your neighbors, find a bunch of cool stuff. And like the little kitschy areas, you find a lot of cool stuff. Just, trying to mix it by hand. I really love this stuff though. It's a truly incredible material. I really do wish my grandpa was able to stick with fly tying. could imagine my grandma and him, especially during Christmas, as she was making ornaments. That would be a great PBS show. Like, Human Heritage Crafts. It's one of my secret dreams is to have a PBS show. Go through like every craft ever. And tool, material, and supply. Alright. So, okay. I'm going to kind of mentally map this out. I couldn't find a pattern online. Okay. Flash out. So, making some soup tonight. Made a ham the other day and with the leftovers. And my dad's been in really rough shape, so I haven't really been able to get to any grocery shopping. We went to a Presidente store, which is a chain here. However, it was shocking. I mean, their produce is great, but there's like $14 for eggs. It was $10 for like way more than even Publix. Okay, so I got some flash. Sorry for the slow moving day. It's a slow moving day for me personally. And alright. So okay, let me think. Add this. Not too much. I'll be trimming that. So I've never tied something where what happened? Where the tail is also part of the shellback, so quite stoked on this. Wildest material ever. I really love this stuff. Ooh, mommy. Hit that. Just trying to get this. Oh, I see that tuft. Let me just. It's like that. I get a little scared that it's gonna snap because of like a newfound weakness. Can get it a little flatter. Ooh, mommy. Don't have that locked in. Enough. Not even about that. Okay. Sorry about that. You might consider panning out the view you're doing in the process. Apologies about that. Sometimes I look down for a little too long and then don't realize that it moves completely out. So, apologies there. Steve Scott, it's been very cold. I am born and raised Southeast Florida, so I chill very, very quickly. And so it's been a little cold for me, even like for walking. Today, the sun never came out. But it has been a little hectic here. Hoping eventually when my dad's like treatment starts, be able to kind of like relax a little bit and get out of the house. Because everyone needs a little bit of a mind trip. But dying to get there. The pier is kind of right now because of the dredging, hardcore dredging. If you look up lake rig dredging, you'll see it. And like the tile fish, which I've only ever seen at the bottom around pillars and structure, all at the surface of the water when we went. And like even if you left your hook in the water, like nothing cleaned it off. Whatever. I'm just playing on that too. It's amazing how long these fibers are. Trying to find one. I got lucky and I found a long, slimmer one. Wow. So, flying blinds here, but you know, we're enjoying that. Enjoying the heck out of it, really. Going to add this over on this side. Hope everyone's day is beautiful. Happy Friday. I am very much relaxing today. The few appointments I know of really Some like more diagnostic stuffs. Swallowing test, a port, how do you say it? So, and check my message requests too. If anybody's donated to the GoFundMe or does, please do let me know, and I will get a fly on its way. And if you have like anything in like specifically, and already looking to get flies out there, I feel wrong trying to sell anything because I'm not able to test things, and I'm very much a beginner. However, there are loads of supplies that I would really like to get my hands on, like deer fur and elk hair. So I was like a few days late on elk hair. My dad's friend, he goes hunting quite a good amount. He's a fisherman, but a lot of experience hunting. And they went up and to the mountains and did some elk hunting, and there's some in the freezer right now. So this, you know what I was gonna, that's, okay, so are you saying, looks like a drill with a crutch, or a clutch. Are you saying like when you twist the drill to put a new bit in and it opens and closes? Because I have an old drill where it's kind of like an egg beater, and I was gonna try to like wire that onto essentially a tripod. Not a tripod, but like the thing that like a little soldering kit came with, like a little tripod like base that you could solder onto, and use that to try to hold hooks, because I didn't think I was going to be able to find a vise, but there's a bunch of affordable ones, and it opens, and check it, so, and nothing comes unraveled because of the tension. The bobbin hanging, the tension keeps everything together, and like using these bobbin holders to wrap is one of, I wish I knew these tools. I probably would have found other uses, like for jewelry. My main thing that I used to make was jewelry and some like clothes, just crafts. But here's the cheapie, and this one, you just open sesame, and it's just a clamp. Holds it as tight as you need. This one, everything is fixed, so like I can show it's and it's very short, so I don't recommend this. It came in this bag. It came with some other tools, but you know, it wasn't a fun experience. Like, it was very stressful. Like, someone commented, I thought fly tying is supposed to be like stress relieving or calming or something. I was losing my mind with that one. And the one I have back at my desk, because I am my childhood home with my parents, helping out until my dad is all better. Not sure how much is too much. I like get it on and then kind of like wipe it off and hope that that's enough. And it's just dubbing wax. I always forget paper towels or anything. Nothing gave if not tried indeed. And it's really like easy to I don't know, like it's fun. Like also I was digging through the house like trying to find different household materials. I found a pack of water balloons from when I was a child. It still has rubber to them, which I do want to still find a perfect fly pattern for them make like maybe some larvae finally. Come on. I'm not the best at this one bit. Not trying to be, but I would like to be a little bit better at getting dubbing onto. Trying to make it, oh, it's just not the best at this. So this part I'm struggling with at all times is dubbing noodle. So I gotta do one of these. Just get on there. Do the thing. I try the wax. I try putting it on my fingers. I try like not using as much. I try using more. I end up like pushing it off the thread. And then I'm actually putting it on. I try to keep it twisted. Any pointers? And I think I've reached a point where I'm like, I'm never gonna get this right. So I just kind of mash it into the string now, and that's not right. So my dubbing is not the best. Alright. I really do like this combination of colors. Got an ethereal shrimp. So, was there any wire? definitely gonna have to do a little bit more digging, trying to find like at least maybe a photo of this fly. Or upon a very quick, I will say, search, I didn't find try to find as many like photo references as possible, because beginner backed with very little like experience, and unfortunately I have the last grandchild born, so by the time I was being raised, my grandparents were, you know, quite up there, so like my grandma no longer sewed or anything like that. Ironically, it was the grandchild that really wanted to learn how to sew. Oh my gosh. I remember just like, you know, I didn't know what arthritis was. I used to stand in her sewing room looking so sad, just hoping she'll just be like, oh, okay, I don't have like debilitating arthritis anymore. Let's teach you how to sew. Not quite that extreme, but I loved her craft room. What a beautiful color combination. I apologize. Hackle's mad long, yo, but in the pattern I'm following here. God, it's just really pretty. I don't want to mess her up. Let me get some security glue. Just squeegee that in a little bit, just, you know, God forbid anything happens. Strawberry shortcake, if you will. So I'm just trying to figure out. I really, gosh, dang cute. I apologize. So never aqua pink palmer shellback crystal flash from the tail. Through crystal flash from the tail slash. Oh, dang. Okay, no, maybe not. So the throat, there's a throat. I don't know why I can't just finish reading the patterns sometimes. So I'm just gonna move it a little bit so I can be on top. Let me just see. Really nice. Look. I gotta get this book off my lap. In order to turn this excess into a throat, do I just split it in half? up a little bit more. Ooh, excuse me. Hey, thank you. Thank you, K-Spitz. I deeply appreciate that. I feel like there has to be some, and I do feel like not everyone, but some people, when they grow up from childhood, will go off in their own direction, but then, you know, snap back to like hyper familiarity or something. Cause like, I'll be real, the spamdemic like shook me to my core for a few reasons. Just like seeing how fast, cause like, you know, I don't watch a lot of movies too much anymore, but not, I like a good movie, and I especially liked like the pandemic ones. You know what I mean? Outbreak, those kind of, and that kind of, I think internally, really, wow. And then on top of that, you got everything being bought out by arseholes that none of the food like is like decent anymore at regular markets. So snap back to fishing, and grew up doing so right by the water, and really wanted some good nutrient dense clean food. And like Florida seafood is just about as hard to come by as like the Florida orange. I mean, you can find Florida oranges everywhere, just the ones like for juicing. Okay, this is where I fumble because I'm finagling now. I'm not sure. Perhaps, maybe not all of this will be a beard. Maybe. Okay, before I do that, now separate these into when one becomes two. Trying to keep it in the center so I could get in there a little better. Just a little bit more glue. This looks a scrap from the Fly Tires Federation of Fly Tires Encyclopedia of Fly Patterns. Oops. Oh, I just realized there's a throat and a beard. I gotta look into that. The amount of questions is unreal. I really gotta do a better job at writing them down. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie this off, and then I will do the... I didn't add eyes. Jeez. Is it okay to do more than one whip stitch, like going back? Maybe. Oh my gosh, I keep moving. My little paper fell out from under the stool. I forgot the eyes. I'll cement the head, but just keeping. Oh, never used crystal flesh as a shellback before, so really excited to start playing around with that. Can't believe I forgot the eyes. But the head did build up really quick. So next one, I think I'm going to stop a little shorter. 2 peppercorns. Everything is absolutely. I was talking to my mom today about how, like, if also like to also said, like, I feel like there's 2 types of doctors, because some doctors are like, and you can understand, like, you know, why someone would have like anger you know what I mean, like being too busy over or understaffed and too many, not enough beds for patients. Like, there's a bunch of reasons, but like doctors who want to help people, or doctors who think that's what they're supposed to do, or because their parents want them to become doctors. Like, if more people, wonder what it would look like if you know, like, instead of the caste system, it was like, what do you have interest in, or like you just like find out your natural interests, because then like you could be fulfilled. Because I really just want to do something for as long as I'm on this planet, that I'm making it with my hands, with simple materials, simple natural materials, to produce something of some form of use and or value, and that doesn't just benefit me, because I don't know, what's the point of that? So couldn't land on a better thing for me personally, it checks off all my boxes. It could directly be used to acquire food or to engage hardcore with nature. So it checks like many boxes that I didn't think I'd be able to. As much as I love crafting and selling handmade jewelry and stuff, there's just something like deeper that like I wasn't getting from that. I love making jewelry, especially for gifts for specific people, but making a bunch of stuff and I'd rather just like make that kind of thing for people specifically. And this, gosh, there's an unlimited amount of patterns, and every pattern I find, I learn something I would have never learned. And it's just constant rabbit holes. Everywhere you look, a rabbit hole. And brilliant, brilliant world. I'm still trying to find a copy of Fly Patterns and Their Origins. Or a PDF, but I haven't gotten lucky with that yet. There's that aluminum nodule. Case bits, absolutely. I feel like that is in every life facet. Cause like, gosh, I mean, I used to watch all kinds of YouTube channels when I was younger because I would find the neatest materials and supplies I wouldn't have found at a craft store or found on Pinterest. In West Palm, there used to be, I think it's still there, and if it is, I have to go, called the Glue Factory, and they have every type of glue, epoxy, resin you can think of, and you can get the empty steel drums, and you just cut them in half, and you got yourself a grill that'll last forever. Oh yeah, heavy duty, not like this paper that rusts to nothing within a year. Code could tell you about that. He got himself a grill, and it is so thin, the metal is. So I'm trying to get a propane tank that could be cut open and make that rocket stove as well as the steel drum for a full-on grill. So you could have like, you could make a lot of food at once with minimal fuel. Like that's just like scrap wood that you could find in the back alley. Hey Steve Scott, how you doing today? Alright. So, okie dokie. So, going. Is it muted? No, it's not. So gonna go and try to figure out how to make some soup. I think I'm just going to take carrots, celery, lima beans, and ham. Stew that together and make it quick lima bean soup. My dad, I've been trying to get like stuff he likes, you know, try to give a little joy to life, I suppose. 'Cause, you know, as dark as life gets, there's one good thing, or one thing I am really good at, like finding clothes out of nowhere and distracting people from darkness. No, I'm just kidding. But he said he like wanted lima beans or something. I don't. But so I just picked up like some frozen lima beans. I didn't know that he meant for bean or ham stew, bean stew, and ham bean stew. Yeah, and So hello Axel, Lydia. I'm gonna try that. So I got fish milk. They're frozen, fresh lima beans, so I'm guessing those go in last. And a nice speckled bit of feather. Can't lose that. I need like a tier system, like a micro scraps, large scraps, and stuff like that. But thank y'all for joining. Probably will be back later. Code, and I might do something since it's the weekend. Maybe stream out and about, or call it early night and plan something bigger tomorrow. And trying to get out yard zone, but Puerto Rico has been too cold. Hey, Adventures with Nimby, how you doing today? So yeah, it's been a little too chilly for me. I don't have the warmest clothes with me. I brought one suitcase, and I'm pretty dang out of clean clothes, so I gotta yeah. Find some yard sales or some affordable thrift stores. I'm paying $25 for no Forever 21 like sundress, so I could just like have just a few more days with them trying to figure out how to do laundry. But anyways, nice day for some soup and some indoor activities. So been just, you know, messing around with some other things, braiding more of that for the scales, which I already used the pink and red one, looked just very Valentine's Day-y, so I tied it on to my binder, but make some more for wraps. Like this belt was a score, but that's neither here nor there. It's real leather. Got it for like $5 on eBay forever ago, but still score stands. But anyway, hope y'all have a beautiful day. If I don't see y'all later, yeah, hope you have a beautiful evening. And please never hesitate if there's any patterns you'd like to see a beginner attempt. More than happy. So please let me know what your favorite pattern is to try, and I'll give it a go. And you get to maybe cringe a little bit, like, it's not what it's supposed to look like. But hey, how else is one supposed to learn? There's not a lot of resources near me locally. There is one fly shop, Old World, Florida, in Boca, about an hour away. Really want to get down there, but don't think I'll be able to anytime soon. So taking it easy and keeping my hands busy with what I got on hand, and you know, just happy to be here. So more than stoked to do, you know, just to tinker. Very stoked to tinker. Anywho, on that note, happy trails, y'all. Love y'all. Have a beautiful evening, and we'll see you very soon. New Hero, hi. How are you doing? Gonna be back either tonight or tomorrow. Tie flies, or learning to tie flies in these parts. Gearing for the rest of my existence. You know. So, yeah, anyway, happy trails.